2 days ago. Oh my god. I pinned the yapping dog on the sand. I don't further attack her though, simply holding her in place. Call it a respite before the real pain begins. Oh my god. Ayu, who had been hiding just in a line of palm trees, comes bounding out. She joins me above the pinned victim, taking a huge swipe at her neck. Oh my god, like, this is brutal. What is this? Are we literally, like, killing someone together and enjoying it? The body I had been pinning down slowly dissolves into ashes, its particles floating into the air. Ayu and I watch it disappear. It's as if a living being wasn't here just seconds ago. I hold out a paw towards Ayu, and she meets it with a high five. Sweet! That's another one down! Hell yeah! I put a paw to my face, pretending to adjust an imaginary pair of sunglasses. Ha! We're so good at this. She mimics my movement, a smile as smug as mine on her face. Where to now, boss? Heh, don't call me that. But let's keep going clockwise down the coast. Maybe we'll find an area that's good to set up camp. We walk for what seems like a couple of hours until the evening, not encountering any other dogs. Kinda strange, there have been fewer dogs since we started. Oh, look at this. Yeah, what is this? Music. Well, it does seem that we all spawned on the island in the same area, around the northeast shore of the island. Weirdly, I keep... True! I hear it. Weirdly, I keep having a dream that instead of spawning, we were dropped into the arena from a flying bus. Anyhow, it seems that there aren't many dogs that bother exploring the island further. Or teaming up for that matter. I wonder if they expected to do well or even plan to. Like you said, we're prop dogs. I don't think it's something we really think about. I'm glad you're special in that regard though. It's strange being the only non-prop dog. Okay, did anyone follow what the fuck's a prop dog? Oh my god, oh my god! We're good. What's happening? I take her paws in mine. But if you want this... Oh my god! What is happening? Let me get into the right voice. One second. Need to hydrate for this. Let's go back from here. I take her paws in mine. I know you want this as badly as I do. Fuck! We'll rank top tier in this arena and proceed to be a good bracket, which we deserve. I'm disappointed now, I'm not gonna lie. Ayu nods vigorously and gives me a determined smile. We continue on our way and decide to head deeper into the foliage before it gets too dark to see. As luck would have it, we stumble across a small hut. We double check the perimeter, checking for signs of inhabitants. With me at the rear as backup, Ayu then charges inside. It turns out there's no one inside, and so we make it our temporary base. The next day we forage further down the island, but don't find any more dogs. We get a good haul of supplies and bring them back to the hut. 2 more days passes, and we continue using the hut. We decided it would be a base. We decided Goro has speech issues. Oh, I'm sorry. We decided it would be a waste to not use it as a long-term base, and named it the beach house. I'm at the beach house drafting up a rough map of the island as we've explored it and the locations where we had spotted dogs. Of course, I also have markers for where we eliminated dogs to the best of my memory. It really seems that they don't care that much and are treating this like some sort of resort. Or just imagine going into an arena where you're supposed to kill others, but it's like going to be like this Caribbean dream island, and you just don't want to leave. That's kind of me. I didn't want to believe it, but it seems prot dogs only have brawn on their side. As any good dog will know, there has never been enough to go far in historical arenas. Need the brains as well. I take a final look at the map, proud of my work. My thoughts are interrupted by knocking on the door. Tap, 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 tap. It is the knocking pattern I agreed on with Ayumi to verify our identity whenever we enter the beach house. I should be more vigilant of my surroundings. I haven't been outside the beach house to check for activity since she went out for patrol. Even if I didn't hear anything suspicious, I should be more proactive and not treat this like some urban office. Oops. I swear, these buttons. As expected, Ayu enters and the first thing I notice is her flustered expression. Immediately I'm concerned. Did she have an encounter? Was she followed back here? Boss! I saw something bad! She pauses, catching her breath. Tell me everything. I straightened up, waiting for her to calm down and gather her thoughts. I saw 2 dogs team up and eliminate another. They were actively on the hunt and seemed very strong. I'm worried. Aha, got it. Thank dog. I thought it might have been something worse. Did they notice you? I don't think so, but I think they could track me down if they want to. They had a pretty elaborate system set up, just like us. Alright then, as long as I didn't spot you, there's nothing to worry about. But like I said, they're definitely a threat. It's the first time I've seen any other coordinated teamwork on this island. Look, I know it's surprising to see some intelligent behavior for once. Whoa! Whoa, that was bitchy! But don't sweat it. If we run into them, just deal with it like we planned. The same way we eliminated those individual dogs? Yeah, that's right. But I tell you, it's different. Why am I not listening to her? Like you said, I'm the boss, am I not? Do as you're told then. Yes, boss. She trots off, ears drooping. Maybe I was a bit too harsh. I see where she's coming from. Prot dogs are usually born in families that never had higher rankings, so of course they don't know much about arenas, or even know about the benefits of winning. Of course they didn't have much cause to study the past arenas and they came up. Okay, seriously, this reminds me more and more of Hunger Games. Anyone with me on this? Sid has mommy energy. Depends, am I the mommy? It's such a waste because the key to becoming a good dog lies just under the noses, if only they made an effort. It might be a blessing that my parents came to the plains, which is why I ended up competing with the prot dogs. Do you want me to answer actually no? Thank you. So the fact that some prot dogs happen to team up is nothing to worry about. The day after, we go on our daily scouting trip. Ayu is quieter than usual. Yeah, because you and the air hangs silent without our usually playful banter. She's still worried about what she saw yesterday. I let her worry. I guess it doesn't seem like there's much I can say that persuades her. I have to make the best of what I have, and currently, that is Ayu. Plus there are fewer dogs left now. It makes sense that the remaining opponents will be more of a threat. We can't afford to mess around like before anymore. Maybe there will be finally an actual challenge. We round the bend in the shoreline to our usual relaxing spot on the ocean rocks, and I try to cheer Ayu up. I hop on the rocks, reaching to her with a paw. Hey, you wanna take a break? Sure, if you say so, boss. Gee, I feel bad that you call me boss whenever you say it with such low spirits. God, she seems to have lightened up a little. Oh, good. Not God. Oh, God as well. We hop around, splashing in the water, just like any other day. Say, boss. Yeah, are you? I know you said not to worry about the other dogs, but I'm kinda scared. Oh, I guess you had that on your mind. But what is it exactly that you're afraid of? What makes them a threat? Can you list all your reasons to me? I try to be patient, understanding. I mimic the slow, professional cadence that my mom uses when she speaks on the phone. It sounds pretty soothing to me. I don't know, they're just so scary, and why do we have to do this? She plops down on a rock, not minding that it's slightly submerged in water. I believe what you said about this being the key to having the life that a good dog deserves. I know there's more for me to experience beyond what I currently have. But is this really for me? I'm just a prod dog. With that, she covers her face in her paws. I can hear her sniffling. My patience is being tested, but I wait for her crying to subside a little before addressing her concerns. Look, all I know is that I want to go back from where I came from. When I was just born, I lived in a city full of lights. Life there is so much better, and the arena is designed so any dog can live that life. No matter you're a litter, the arena is a completely fair environment for everyone to get the life they deserve. It's the perfect equalizing mechanism, Ayu. It's so easy. All you need to do is kill some dogs in the arena. Well, technically you don't even kill them. You just destroy their pendant in a virtual world. As long as dogs do this, they can come up on top in the equalizing mechanism. That's what I want, Ayu. And now, it's not the time to be showing weakness, if you want it to. I pat her shoulder. Look, I know that you still want this. And in return, I want you to trust that I can get us through the arena, no matter what. We're a team. Ayu doesn't respond, so I grip her shoulder and shake her. Is it really bad timing for my arena partner to be in such low spirits? Say it with me. We will get through this together. We'll get through this together. That's the spirit. Alright, let's get back to the beach. We can chill some more, take your time. I'll go in the water, come join me. I don't really feel like it. It's fine, you don't have to. I'll be back in a bit. Sid is nuts, yeah, thank you. He's an absolute psychopath. He actually, just to make this clear, I think this is a woman. Sid is a woman. She is an absolute psychopath. And apparently she's bi as well. Or I don't know, because she's... So far... I mean, Ayu sounds pretty female to me. So far she only hit on female dogs. Just saying. Leaving her to mope, I dive into the water. The water is clear, shimmering in the light. I dive deeper, following the rock outward and away from the shore. Underwater doggy paddle! Yes! I'm feeling boundless! What should I do next? Same shit. I'm going faster than TDC back in Canada! I'm feeling boundless! Oh my god. Is this Waterloo? Can someone help me? A thought slaps into me from above! It's a police doggo! The air is knocked out of me, and I reel under the pain, my sight throbbing. I feel paws scuffling and grabbing me, inching around my neck. My mind barely pieces together the fact that this is the same dog that dived on top of me. I struggle and kick the water, twisting my torso. The dog, who I can see now is larger than me, scrabbles around my neck and torso with his paws. I know exactly what he's trying to find. I draw up my hind legs and kick into him, propelling myself away. However, there's a splash and another dog dives into the water from above. The one misses me by some distance though, since it failed to knock into me with the dive like the first one did. Where on earth did they came from? I didn't see any dogs on the rocks when Ayu and I were still here. I take the chance to propel myself up to the surface, breaking it with a small splash. Ayu! Ayu! I waste no time barking for Ayu. Oh, sorry, I was barking. Woof! Woof! Woof you! The smaller dog bursts out the water as well. Just a few paws reach away. We both make a beeline for each other, and I take a huge swipe at her chest. She twists away, but there's a small movement I wanted to see her let out with my feint. Her paw reaching up to shield an area of her clothes. Ha! Big mistake. She swipes at me as well, but like my first swipe has no real target to pinpoint. Of course, I had hidden my pendant well within my clothes. I know not to shield it and reveal its location unless it's a real risk of being hit. In response, I lunge in for the kill. I have you! My paws connected with something hard under her skin. Bam! Bingo! Boss! Boss! Just in time, I see Ayu up on the ledge looking down at us. When I was fighting the smaller Shiba Inu, the larger dog that I initially escaped from seems to have retreated. I see no sign of him. Ayu! Probably a good choice, as he obviously saw that his companion has been eliminated. I wave up to Ayu. Hey, how's it going? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm good. Just had a little water fight with some new friends. I'll be right up. Ayu, watch out! Figure knocks into Ayu, and I can see that it's the first larger dog that had ambushed me. How did he even get back up there? The rocks are so steep. Ayu is scuffling with the dog. He's trying to pin her down, but she's putting up a good fight. Ayu, jump into the water! Now! Ayu uses her hind legs to push the enemy off before rolling and twisting straight off the cliff. She lands with a splash. However, the opponent, who heard my command as well, follows suit. Great, he's taken the bait. Above water, Ayu would probably be in a sticky situation, although I have seen her fight off larger dogs. However, now that it's 2 versus 1, he stands no chance. I'm certain of that. Ayu, stay under the water for as long as you can. Ayu obeys, and with that, we're disappearing from the screen completely. Ha! It must be quite confusing from this attacker here. But he won't be around for long enough to figure it out. Following us, he dives down and lunges for Ayu. I don't understand his plan here. I paddle closer but leave Ayu to her own devices as she battles one-on-one with the attacker. After a quick observation, I figure out where his pendant is located. It's not like it's a creative hiding spot. I can clearly see that it's in his jacket pocket. I still don't offer Ayu any help, despite being at a good vantage point behind the opponent's back, because I am 100% asshole. But I use this positioning for another reason, gesturing for her to come back up to the surface. The opponent can't see, but I know Ayu did. The reason to break surface again is that in the water, I don't think Ayu has enough strength to break the enemy's pendant. Our fur, combined with skinny Shiba Inu limbs, make it too difficult to get a good hit on the water. But as Ayu and he break for air, I make my move. BAM! And with that, it's over. Holy shit, yes, Fipsy-chan, the music is insane, right? Like, just like that. Murdia! Yes, a lot of annihilation in this game. Perfect timing. Ayu is as cheerful as ever. The source... Oh yeah, and now we're back to chill mode. The source of her previous anxiety over the arena proved completely wrong. At least that's what I hope. It was the first time we defeated 2 dogs at once, boss. Pow! Just like that, and they were eliminated. Yeah, though I have to admit the strategy was pretty sound. I can't believe they found that little cave in the rocks that was just slightly above water. Also, they must have been tracking us for a while and waiting for us. Yeah, they totally figured out our routine. It was amazing that you held them off for so long. Ha! It was thanks to you that we managed to get them both. I would have lost in a fair fight. You just knew somehow. You just somehow knew exactly what to do. In the moment, I had no idea why you told me to dive in the water. But I'm glad it worked out, boss. Oh, she's so cute. When are we gonna kill her? Yeah, if you took the time to question anything, nothing would have gone well this entire arena. Because you're so dumb. And with that, we head back to the beach house. We silently agreed to stop patrolling the shore for the day. As the day passes, Ayu and I explore other parts of the arena. We eliminate some dogs on the way, but eventually we encounter no more. After another couple of days, it seems like there are only 2 more dogs left on the island. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh my god, look at them. You know how they look like? This reminds me of like when you go to the cinema and that's the person that sells you your popcorn. This is literally how they look like. Convince me otherwise. They are popcorn dogs. We had spotted 2 from afar at what we guess is the base of operation. It's further north in the arena, closer to the original spawn point than the Beach Boys. Beach Boys! Lol, yes, okay, so I'm not the only one thinking that. While they don't seem to have a structure like the beach house, we've observed them often circling a set area. It's like their domain. Ayu and I decide not to venture closer until we have a sounder strategy. We refer to them as the second duo, as they are the second organized pair in the entire arena we've seen. That would explain why the arena's emulated reality hasn't been terminated yet. But this dog-darned island is too vast to force us into an encounter. That would mean either these 2 or the first 2 have been picking off dogs. Ayu and I had eliminated a fair amount. But judging by the numbers, we could only take credit for eliminating around a third of the actual cohort. They really like using dog words. Yes, yes. And I mean, some of those words are not real. They're made up. like canine dog. So excuse me for thinking that dogma was made up too. Ayu and I had eliminated a fair amount. Oh, dogma, yeah, totally made up. But judging by the number, oh yeah. Ayu and I set up some traps. After all, the first 2 had our shoreside hangout figured out, so it's fair that anyone could have found the beach house as well. Of course, it's not like me to only plan a defense. Ayu and I set out making an offensive plan as well. We don't want to be caught off guard like last time. But it's good that Ayu is in higher spirits and as loyal as ever, doing anything, I say, without a question. It's often a pair that is determined to make it till the end together, that do well in the early arenas. It's only Arena 5 for me, so the ranks are in batches. This means that since I'm already one of the last 5 remaining dogs, we all get the same score. But of course, I still aim to survive till the end, and I'm very, very excited for the upcoming arenas. From my understanding, starting from Arena 6, it's individual rankings that matter, meaning each dog you outlive counts. Okay, this is not a rematch, right? This is not a re-challenge. Whatever is happening right now is literally just memory. So freaking confusing. It's the day after we last confirmed the second dual base, and Ayu and I are getting ready to shepherd them into our trap. I'm really excited to execute our plan. I can finally test out my mind in this arena. And the music, like, we didn't have...
the top dogs of Twitch. Goro is my faithful IU.
You bitch, Bam! You're my IU! If... Oh, look at him. Look how happy he is. Oh. Look how happy he is. Actually, he's not. Why is he sad? Oh, he's happy. Made him a bit bigger too. Oh my god, he's way too big. I'm really excited to... Oh yeah. It's too risky to set up a trap right by the camp as we could be discovered at any time. So we set it up somewhere further, which is the direction we'll herd them to. Once preparations are done, Ayu and I split up. She's the decoy and I will wait for a signal to proceed on my part of the strategy. I hope everything worked out as planned. Not that I don't have some contingency plans up my collar, but a number of situations could happen. Like, what if they just gave birth to 2 puppies who are now their minions? What the fuck? Anything could happen! I couldn't have accounted for that, and on a million scenarios, and a million other scenarios. So my thoughts keep racing, without rhyme or reason. It seems like the stress of the last few days is getting to me. Really, I just want to get this over with. Though if I don't have the discipline to be patient until the end, do I really, deserve to survive? A few moments later. I'm lying behind some shrubs, waiting. Finally, I hear commotion. About time. I wonder if something delayed the window of opportunity for Ayu to act, but no big deal. I trust that she waited for the best timing. It sounds like dogs are heading my way. Time for action. Ayu comes bounding into view. Fast on her heels are... Wait a second. There are some of the largest Shiba Inu teens I've ever seen in my entire life! When Ayu and I had observed them from afar, nothing seemed out of the ordinary, but now, as they run side by side with Ayu, I can see that they are huge! Could it be there are Akita Inus? What are Akita Inus doing here? There's a small population of Akita Inus on the island. Though often mistaken for Shiba Inus in terms of appearance, Akita Inus are much larger in terms of size. They also have their own arena bracket due to the physical differences. The top performers of which then compare with the middle tier of Shiba Inus because they are much more vast. The Akitas here historically didn't make it much further, the highest being around the 70th percentile in final rankings. I never thought I had to face an Akita. This completely throws off our plan. They were right at our trap. In the area of the forest, we had laid a web of tripwires to... That's not tripwires, what I see on screen. Like, oh, holy cannelloni, that's not tripwire. Being the faster dog out of the two of us, of course Ayu was the bait. Of course Ayu had the traps memorized so that she could bypass them with ease. Ayu and I set the traps at a height that would trip most Shiba Inus. As it was, Ayu has to jump over some of them. The Akita Inus were only slightly hindered by the tripwires. Now that Ayu knows that things are not going according to plan, she must be waiting for my instructions. So, why am I so indecisive? It's as if time is frozen. I'm trying to come up with a solution to win, but my train of thoughts keeps hitting a wall. Oh, Hatobito! You can hear that, guys? Hatobito! Beating fast! Taiyaku! I try to gather my thoughts, but the wall resists me. It looms up over me, while I stand small underneath it. My only idea is to stall. Okay, Ayu, let's hope this works for the sake of you and me both. To the clearing! Terrified as Ayu seems, she makes a small knot. I can only watch helplessly as she dashes around the two dogs, back into the trap zone that we know now won't work against our opponents. The enemies must have heard me, but as I'm still hiding in the shrubs, they don't seem to bother stopping or splitting up to find me. I had hoped for them to split up. My heart sinks. This would be a true 2-on-2. I dash out from my hiding place and give chase. Of course, I'm not gaining much distance on the two Akitas, as well as the physically fitter Ayu. Ayu buys me time, taking more of a zigzag route, allowing me to close the distance in a straight line. One of them looks behind the shoulder. Oh my god, look at the difference in size though! Ah, here's another round. Ignore it, let's get this one first. She's running towards that clearing. It'll be an easy pick. How can things turn out alright this time? Despite the fleeting but compelling thought to turn tail and run, I press on towards the clearing, where Ayu must already be. Thank goodness the trap zone at least slowed them down. My mind is working better now after the bout of anxiety. Ayu and I are smaller, but we are more nimble. At the clearing, Ayu stares down at the dogs who had arms on her. Oh yeah! Dum 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 dum! With no time left to waste, I went up and tried to bite down on one of the dog's tails. That's kind of rude. Oi, you! They whip around to face me, unsure of who to tackle first. This surprise factor buys us a few seconds. I make eye contact with Ayu and start barking pointedly at the Akita Inu on the left. Hopefully Ayu understands. I want to focus on the brown coated one first, who is the one I'm barking at. If we can whittle down the numbers, there may be hope. Got a real temper, you! The brown coated one pounces on me and the larger one on Ayu. I flatten my body and dash to the side. The dog misses. From the way they wordlessly divide their work, they have a good rapport. Take that, you! She takes another swipe at me, which I dodge again. This goes on for several times. Occasionally glancing at Ayu, I see she is dodging the attacks, but the size of the enemy makes it difficult for her to find an opening to join me. How are they so bad at this? Yeah, battle theme going on. Maybe they're trying to tire us out? Or maybe it's because they don't seem like brawn types after all. Let's test this. So how come Akita's like you are in the arena? Not answering that? Haha, what's the harm? We just didn't show up to our arenas. Figured it wouldn't matter. Was I able to skip some of them, but one day dogs from the AI showed up at the door. Because a few Akita brackets had already progressed pretty far, they had to put us up with the Shibas. They circle around us. My legs are starting to feel sore. I know I can't keep up for much longer. I have an idea. I yap at Ayu, dashing back towards the trap area. Untying one end of a tripwire, I duck and hit. That was fast. Ayu rounds the trees, the two in pursuit. The white one lags slightly behind. I take the chance. I run out, quickly circling around the dog and pulling the wire around her. She yaps but falls on her side, her limbs all tangled up. I jump on her and attack her torso. I claw and scrape her body as if I'm digging a hole in the ground. I just grazed something solid. I hope it's her pendant. What could have been a clean hit only missed because she twisted her body in the other direction. Haha, you missed. Well, now I know I have been aiming at the correct spot. She didn't have to announce that I would have hit her pendant. However, she starts wiggling in the bindings and I don't have time to spare. I don't have the strength to hold her and she kicks off the wires. You're not gonna catch me. She gleefully leaps upright but tumbles to the ground again. Ayu had circled back and is biting the enemy's tail with all her might, holding her briefly in place. Now's my chance. Woo! The Akita is done, bitch! Yes! Only one left to go! Where is he though? Did Ayu give him the slip? But now it's 2 versus 1. I have just a plan. Get fucked! Oh. No one's gonna stop me, psychopath, from winning my arenas! Ayu, behind you! I wince as he pounces straight for Ayu. Thankfully, Ayu dodges him. No
Look,
time
you
to
stupid
waste.
bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound. I yank at another tripwire, but the knot is tight. Sid! Oh gosh, I'm gonna start crying. Sid, help! I glance over. Ayu's tail is pinned by the other dog. She struggles away, but only succeeds in yanking on her own tail. I don't have time. I stay put, ignoring Ayu's yelps. God, I just need this strip for her to come free. After a couple more moments, I untie the knot. I run towards the dog just as he takes a fatal swipe at Ayu. She locks eyes with me as she dissolves. There is so much pain in her expression. It is the face of realizing that I didn't come back for her on purpose. It's too late for her. Ayu! And it's too late for me to have any regrets. I didn't do anything, okay? This is a visual novel. I'm not I'm not pulling the strings. And with that, I trip up the other dog and I wrap the wire around his legs. No! I knew I shouldn't have wandered down a deserted alley, even though it was a shortcut. Oh no! Okay, okay. Now we're in the re-challenge. Fucking hell. How long is this game? I wanted to finish it today. I don't think so. PTSD of One Piece coming back, killing everyone. No. The island's denizens are so unkind to me, one of their own. Will I be able to survive this arena again? I feel ashamed to face Ayu. You should. I don't go by the beach house. Like the re-challenge of Arena 9, I bide my time. What I observe from Heifan's re-challenge is that the dogs, other than me and her, only act like how they would in the past, unless told otherwise. I know that ahead of Ayu, but I'm sure she could also figure that out. Heifan figured it out quickly, since it was obvious that the fan shoe in the re-challenge couldn't be the real one, because I murdered him, for real. My strategy this time is to wait for Ayu to appear, since she should be the only other actor I should care about. So I've been mostly following the coastline, avoiding the mainland. Oh crap. Pretty passive of me, but hey, not bothering with the NPCs happened to work out in Heifan's re-challenge. Thing is, what do we do once Ayu and I find each other? I slay her with my lightning fast reflexes! Holy shit. That's just wishful thinking. The best bet is to find her before she finds me and keep her from noticing me until I eliminate her somehow. Why are we so bad? Black, she's always been the one with the sharp reflexes. But I'm also more mature, wiser now. More of an asshole. I've seen enemies much smarter and more agile as I experience more arenas. If I could go head to head against those Shiba Inus and win, I can go against Ayu. Oh dog, but I'm so out of practice. I argue on and on with myself, the strength and stability of mind that come with being a regular arena contestant had all but left me. I have to be coaxed into a calm state. What did you have? What did you have? What were you eating? I hope it was delicious. And welcome back. So far what you missed is we've just been killing some dogs. Several days passed without progress. What if Ayu is also waiting for me to come? I wonder if there's a time limit for the re-challenges. We could both agree not to end the arena and spend the eternity doing separate things. Theoretically, I could write several books in here if given you enough time. But I'd rather speed up the process. There are other things to be done, and I need to return to Max and Quayle. I guess I should make more effort. Time to venture further inland. With that decided, I head into the palm forest. I had potatoes and some chicken. It was really yummy. Good to hear, good to hear. That makes me happy if you had a yummy meal. Oh, sometime later. They really like doing that. The bright summer sun... Oh, the bright summer sun bakes on my fur. The sparse palms not offering much in terms of shade.